Hey, happy Friday, everyone. We're here. Oh my gosh. I'm so happy to be here. I have an extraordinary guest co-host with me today. I just want to say I love technology. I was so resistant to technology a couple years ago, but due to the advancement in technology, I am able to have live with me right now my guest co-host all the way from New Zealand. So we'll get to meet her in just a few minutes, and oh, she's adorable. This is a Q&A, Law of Attraction Q&A, and I have a feeling she's got a few questions for me, my guest co-host, and maybe she can put me in the hot seat. I don't know. I hope I can answer it. So you are tuning in to Hangout with Penny, episode 73. Wow. 73 episodes of hanging out with me every Friday night. Many of you have been making it a habit. Friday night, 8 p.m., habit. I think Cindy has done that, so she'll talk about that in a few minutes. I am a weekly show every Friday night. Well, I take some time off here and there. And I started this show because I just wanted to share some knowledge and share some things that I've learned in regards to self-empowerment and law of attraction. And so I just wanted to be able to inspire you and uplift you and just kind of educate you a little bit on the law of attraction, because it's really turned around my life and many of my clients I've coached and just so many people in my life and people I've met, how the law of attraction has turned their lives around when we learn to use it deliberately. So, I am Peddie, and I live in Wasaga Beach, Ontario, Canada, and I am a law of attraction trainer and coach and self-empowerment coach, and I've done many things over the course of my life, and one thing for sure, in all my career paths and all my entrepreneur paths is people. People has always been a part of my life. And I love being with people, and I love working with people, and that's why I'm here. So, many of you know that one of my favorite things to do on my Friday night hangouts is to introduce you to the wine of the week. So I'm going to do that right now. And this week, I have brand new wine to the wine rack. It's called Open. And I just want to read a quote that's on the back of the bottle. And it says, "The mind that opens to a new idea never returns to its original size." And that is from Albert Einstein. And that is so true. Once we start expanding our knowledge base and when we're open to receiving new things, we just expand with it. So free your mind, express yourself, and above all, be open. Be open to connecting. That's what Cindy and I are doing tonight. We're going to share our night with you. So before we get to that, episode 72, what people were saying. I'm going to read that to you, and then we're going to get you to meet Cindy. So episode 72 was Money in the Law of Attraction. So Robin Ritchie, she's from Ottawa, she says, "This was such a great show. Since discovering all you LOA experts, I have deliberately attracted a debt-free life. I now thank my bills for the service they provide me, and I think thoughts of abundance, which a lot of the time has nothing to do with money." So true. Thanks again, and happy Easter. It was a happy Easter, so thank you for that. Oh, I see some people joining in the events page. So hi, CJ. Hi, June. Shirley Day. Shirley, if you're watching and you'd like to comment again, where are you watching from? So she says, "Hi, Penny. Thanks for a great show with Lorraine. I love you guys because you are an inspiration to me. I am in the process of attracting more income. Ideally, $1,000 is what I would like to have each month." It's very doable, very doable. And I'm going to read 3 more. My friend Paola from Italy, she says, "Hi, Penny. Thank you for the tools and energy. Have a lovely week. Blessings." And our friend Harris T from Greece. "Hello, Penny. Thank you for the amazing show. Here watching from Greece on a Saturday afternoon. Great show as always. Loved you guys, your insights, and love Lorraine's story. Personally, I don't even like the word money. In my life, I have replaced this word with abundance. Abundance is such a beautiful and strong word, and it doesn't have to do only with money, but it's this amazing, sweet feeling of well-being." Again, thank you for your amazing show. They have really made a difference in my life, and they're so fun to watch. Thank you so much. And I'm just going to read one more from my friend Angela Morrison Holmes. She's from Ontario, Canada. And she says, I truly believe that if we only focus on what we want and do not want, we are perpetuating more and more wanting. We attract what we focus on. If we can change I want to I will, we have this knowing that we will create and receive. Totally eliminating the thoughts that focus on I do not want and I cannot is such a positive change and the most important step to creating positive energy and responses in our life. We have so much to be thankful for. Focusing on the abundance that we already experience is also a great step forward. Thank you for the reminder, Penny. Thank you for that wonderful comment. Thank you, everybody, for commenting. I just love the comments. Right now, if you're watching, you can comment in the comment area on the events page on Google+. And I'm just going to go here and say hi to June Kellogg. She says, hi, everyone. CJ Gilbert, she's watching from somewhere in the mountains in Wisconsin. CJ, I really wish I knew how to pronounce that. Ohooch Mountain in Wisconsin. And she does have a question, so I'll get to that in a little bit. Now, I want you to meet my guest co-host tonight all the way from Auckland, New Zealand, and we have Cindy. So Cindy, I'd like you to come out and tell everybody who you are, what you do, where you live, and how we connected.
Okay. Well, hi. Good evening, Penny, and good afternoon from Auckland, New Zealand. I'm Cindy Hole, and I live in Auckland, New Zealand. That is the North Island. And I discovered law of attraction 3 years ago now, 2013, mid-2013, and found Michael's book and was totally, as you know, from there, that's it. Everything changes. Your life changes, your thoughts change, your home life, your work life, your personal life. And yeah, so that's been it. And then got interested and followed Michael. I think your podcast with him was one of the first I ever listened to, when he had various people on the line and everybody would ask a question and he was teaching. And I remember listening to you. I think you asked a question about where is something's missing in the order that it was. Sorry, it's quite a while ago. But I remember that and remember listening to you. And then I started watching Michael's Hangouts and then got interested. And then he contacted me, and I've been on 2 of Michael's Hangouts and listened to all of his Hangouts twice. And so here in New Zealand, what I do is I have coffee shop meetups and I have presentations. And that's on the North Shore in New Zealand, because there are 2 islands. I'm in North Island. And that's how I came to know about law of attraction. And of course, everything changes, and you know, sometimes you do slip back into your old habits, and then you just got to pick yourself up again and go forward. So that's me, Cindy in New Zealand.
Cindy in New Zealand. Oh my gosh, Cindy, I am so honored to have you here. This is amazing.
Thank you.
And so when you just mentioned you watched Michael's shows twice, well, for those of you that may not know, so I'm going to just say, the Hangout with Michael show, I was a guest co-host on his show for about 120 such episodes. He's on episode 135 or something right now. And yeah, so I've just taken a break from a lot of things in my life right now, and because I'm like really busy with a lot of other things. So anyway, so Cindy, she has watched then 134 episodes twice. So that is a lot of law of attraction training. And then with my shows and the guests I have on, that's a lot of training. So just watching those shows, Cindy, you can absolutely turn your life around and start deliberately attracting the things you want. You've done that in your own life, right?
Yes, absolutely, yes.
And I don't know if you mentioned, because sometimes the sound was a little bit off. Did you mention that you're also homeschooling and you're implementing the law of attraction in that?
Sorry, I did not mention that, but I do homeschool my daughter, my teenage daughter. I took her out of traditional school and doing a form of homeschooling which is offered in New Zealand, where I am the primary supervisor. And we definitely incorporate a lot of law of attraction. It was last week that we went to go buy some boxes, just plain little boxes, and she says, "Mom, I really want to do deliberate attraction. So can we please do that?" And that was on the cards last week, but she did a course. So on the cards this week, we'll be doing a law of attraction box, a deliberate attraction box. So yeah, I definitely incorporate it into her homeschooling life.
I love that, and I commend you for taking that on and teaching your daughter some skills about the law of attraction, because some people would say, oh, this law of attraction is a scam, or this law of attraction doesn't exist. This law of attraction is a universal law of vibration, and you are giving your daughter the skills to be able to move forward in this life and be able to attract the things that she wants. And this attraction box, Cindy, I have one. Here's mine right here. Yeah. I have one, and I do mine for different things. I've been doing them for years, and it's amazing on the things that we can manifest. And I'm just going to acknowledge Don. Don came here. He says, it's Don Bohm. He says, anything can happen, but I'm not connecting with this link. Maybe I can post a comment. We'll see. I guess I'll catch the replay. I can see that comment, Don. So if you're still watching, just comment. Go ahead. Okay. So when I asked Cindy to come on my show, it's been a back and forth for a little while. And so Cindy, I would really love for you to be on my show. Okay, so what do we want to talk about? And one of the questions that she posed to me was, why can I attract a cup of coffee, but when the big things, i.e. money and abundance, etc., it takes a long time or not at all? And I'm going to just add CJ Gilbert. She has her question, and it says, why is it harder to manifest something bigger, like large amounts of cash or a new house? So,
yep.
What is an attraction box? Oh, CJ. It is, CJ, this is an attraction box. I'll just explain that to you since you asked the question, and then I'll get on to the other one. So this is an attraction box, and on the top of mine, let's see if you can read that. It says, whatever is contained in this magic attraction box is. It is so, and so it is. So it's similar to a vision board, where you get your things, but this is just a magic attraction box. So I have lots of things, like this one is directed to a certain thing. And so you put lots and lots of things in here that you want to, like mine is money and cash and travel. So I have all kinds of different bills because I love to travel. So that's €1. So I put that in there. I have some US money in here because I love traveling to the States as well. Oh no, that's an old Canadian dollar bill. Where's my, anyway, it's lots of things that you want to have. You put it in this attraction box. And when you drop it in, you say, and this is what I will manifest. This is coming. This is so. Anything that goes in this box is. And so that's what an attraction box is. I mean, I did actually a course on it. I did 5 allowing tools, and this was one of them. This is just to help you, and it's just to help allow you to get in the feeling, because it's all about vibes. And so when you can have fun, make it fun. So get your catalogs out and just cut things out, put it in here. So the question is cash and bigger houses. Well, my question is, why do you want the bigger house? Why do you want the more money? You want to go beyond that. Because frankly, there's a lot of people I know that have had bigger houses and now they're looking to downsize because it's too much cleaning, too much this, too much that, and they want to free up their time. So why do you want a bigger house? Is it a bigger house or just a newer house or just a different location? Like you want to kind of get clear. And so why, that is for one reason why so many people can't attract the bigger things, because they're not clear on what they want, for one thing. And to get a cup of coffee, there's pretty much zero resistance to saying, I'm going to manifest a cup of coffee. Your friend can invite you over for a cup of coffee. Boom. But when you say, I'm going to manifest $100,000, what does that programming say in the back of your mind? Say, yeah, you think you are. Fat chance of that ever happening. So the distance between this and a cup of coffee is probably like hair. But the distance and resistance between what you want and the $100,000, that's a huge difference. So we need to kind of cushion that a little bit and go for a better feeling thought. So what do you want that money for? Maybe you want to go on a trip. Start putting those kinds of things in your magic attraction box. So that'll help you a lot, because another thing we do is we'll focus on not having them. Like a cup of coffee, do we ever really focus on, I don't have a cup of coffee yet, I don't have a cup of coffee yet, I don't have a cup of coffee yet, I don't have a cup of coffee yet. But we will focus on, I don't have that house I want yet, I don't have that partner I want yet, we'll always focus on the lack of it. And sometimes the more we think about it, the more we're putting that, I don't have it, and it's coming from a place of lack. So we need to like rechange our thoughts on what it is we want, get clear on it, and then let the law of attraction do its magic. And just believe. You got to feel. What's it going to feel like when you're in that home? Many people can't imagine it because they don't believe that you have it anyway. So you need to really think about how your life would be when you manifest these things. Just like if you wanted a new partner, for an example. Are you ready for that new apartment? Or new apartment? New partner? Are you really ready for it? So we need to prepare ourselves. So all of a sudden, if this large amount of cash would come into our life, what would we do with it? That's why so many people that win the lottery, they don't have any money left after a few years because they really weren't prepared for it, and they didn't know what to do with such a large amount of money. So it's all about preparedness. We need to be prepared and need to be just pleased with the way things are. If we want things to expand, we need to be content and grateful for where we are. So I kind of went on a rampage there. So Cindy, do you have anything to add, or would you like to come out and comment at all?
Yes, I'd like to ask you, as someone that's been practicing law of attraction for many years, what is your typical day like? How does your day start out, and how do you set your day in motion with law of attraction and getting it on the right track for that day?
Okay, that's a great question, and it actually starts the night before. But I'm human. We all are human. We have human experiences, so things are going to come into our life. The beauty about knowing how the law of attraction works, all about vibration, that when we're aware, it's like, this isn't the best mood I can be in. We need to be aware of that and be able to switch. But for me, so before I go to bed at night, I am thinking about the way I want my day to go. So rather than the argument I may have had with my, friend or whatever, I focus on the next day, how it's going to be good, how I'm going to get things done, how I'm going to be like feeling really great and lots of energy. So now when I'm going to sleep, like Dr. Wayne Dyer would say, I'm marinating in these thoughts. I'm marinating in the law of attraction or our higher self, or we're lining ourselves up. We're aligning ourselves up for those things to happen. So in the morning, as a matter of fact, for those of you, I have a Peddie's Law of Attraction Center, and in there I have On Purpose with Penny, and it's a video series, 5 ways, or it's like start your day the positive way, and I have 5 videos plus a bonus. Well, the bonus one is about the night. So my very first one is called Morning Mind Magic. So when we wake up, well, actually, when we're falling into sleep, we get into this state where the more positive that we can be thinking of when we get into that state, the more we can change our programming from like things that maybe have kind of blocked us. So the more positive things we can put into our mind when we're going to sleep. And then the first thing when we wake up, we're in pure positive energy, as Abraham Hicks would say. And so that is a prime time to start filling your time with words about, well, what I do is first thing, it's like, I thank my bed. And the more I thank my bed and my pillow, the more comfortable I am in my bed when I go to sleep. So I always thank my bed, and then I thank my body for taking care of me throughout the night. So I'm grateful. So I guess that would be like, I'm just showing gratitude. That's what I do. So that's the very first thing, is just show gratitude, say thank you. 2 powerful words. If that's the only thing you can remember is to say thank you when you go to sleep and when you wake up in the morning, that's going to be good. So if you want more, you can go to On Purpose with Penny in my Law of Attraction Center, and I have 6 videos in there saying all about what I do in the morning. So, hey, do I do it every single morning? I try to, but no, I don't. Some mornings I get up and it's like, oh my gosh, I gotta get going. And then, but throughout the day, I'd like to kind of, oh yeah, I'm so grateful for this. So yeah, I hope this little bit helped your answer or your question.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. Yeah, I do the same at night. I've sort of got into the habit of the same thing, thanking the bed and thanking that the bed's so comfortable, and the environment that I'm in, it's so warm and cozy, and you do actually sleep better, once you start doing that. But as you say, we are human, and sometimes we forget, or we wake up on the wrong side of that particular bed, and then our day does not go that well. But my daughter was saying to me the other day, because she was on quite a negative track, and I was trying to bring her back. And I know that she's kinesthetic, so she needs to talk about her feelings and her brains. I kept trying to get her back on track, and then she came to me. She says, "Okay, what can I do to actually change this?" And I told her, and she, as a young girl, she changed her own vibe, and she said, "I feel so much better, and I'm looking at this," and she's doing different things. So you can act, and it is difficult at times, because sometimes human nature, we do want to sort of go into a pity party for ourselves. But once you change it, it's really great. So this is very, very helpful. Yes. So you did answer my question. Thank you.
I just want to go back to the other question, because the process came to my mind too about, many times, oh, wouldn't it be nice if I got a coffee today? And many times we get it. So you can actually play. It's about raising our vibration and feeling and having a bit of fun and taking that pressure off about, I don't have the house I'm living in. Well, we can start to play. Wouldn't it be nice? Wouldn't it be nice if? And then start designing your home. Wouldn't it be nice if? And you know what? Frankly, do I want a larger home? I don't like cleaning windows, for one thing. So I have really kind of reshaped my ideal home. And frankly, it's not as big as I once thought it would be. So it's good to get clear before you get that huge house, and then it's like, oh man. But hey, it's just all about your vibration. So yeah, so what if? How would I feel? Like, what if? Anyway, back to you, Cindy.
Okay, so as I've said, I wanted to ask you, ask that question. Okay, so just in defense of myself, I have attracted more than a cup of coffee. The house that we're living in at the moment is something that I attracted, and I think it was just soon after I found out about Michael, and I wrote an entire list down of exactly what I wanted, and what it must look like and everything. And when I came to see this house again now, my daughter actually found it, and I was just one of those days where I was just not in the mood to go and look at another house. And anyway, so we came along, and as I walked into the house, the immediate vibe I picked up was, this is it.
Yep.
And you can't explain it, you just get the vibe. And yeah, so then when we looked around and we loved it, and it was actually even more than we expected. And then when I found out the price of it, rental per week, I was like, okay, that is not in my budget at all. But the guy phoned me back and said, do you like the house? I said, I like it very much, but it's not in my budget. So then he said, well, what will you pay? So I actually came up with some ridiculous amount. And he rang me back about 15 minutes later. He says, the house is yours. It's standing empty anyway. So that was just law of attraction right there in action. And my entire list, if I had it here with me, I could actually show you everything is ticked off, checked off on the list. So yeah, I have attracted, I suppose, the big things. But I think, you know, with me wanting to do Michael's course, and I really want to do it, and it's like I think about it, I think I really want to do it. I really want to do it, and I sort of get myself into this kind of mode where my mind is going all over the place instead of just maybe relaxing about it and go, okay, you know, I'm looking forward to doing it and it's going to happen. So that's just preaching to myself right now on that. But yeah, I have attracted big things, but obviously, you know, money is always a good thing, but maybe I should change it to abundance. As Michael says, it's not don't attract money, attract abundance.
Yes, and yeah. we can then ask the universe, God, spirit, whatever feels right for, you know, the individual. It's like, okay, this is what I want. I want to take Michael's certification course. You know what? That was my dream. That was my dream, and I did, and now I teach it. And now but that was my dream. And boom, boom. Once I got clear, because Cindy, that's what I did. I made my list, and it was like all of a sudden, boom. Next thing you know, I'm talking on the phone to Michael in person. I was like, I got off the phone. I'm like, did that really happen? And next thing you know, like I was in Vancouver meeting him. So it can happen, but I got clear on what I wanted, just like you got clear on your home. And so then sometimes it's just a good thing to just, once we're clear, just like, okay, orchestrate this for me. Show me the resources I need. Give me the information I need. I'm going to leave this in your hands. So just give this whatever I need. I'm just letting you do it. And look how fast that happened to you. And Robin Rich says, hey, everyone, I just bought my first attraction box last weekend, and I watched the start of your day, the positive way videos, and love them. It really makes a difference to practice gratitude and intention. Thank you for sharing them, Penny. Robin, thank you. I'm glad you mentioned that. Thank you very much. So that's important. So yes, so Cindy, I really appreciate you sharing that story, because it's all about finding proof. Now you were just proof to, you know, the next person. How come I can't get my house? I don't have my house. Well, you were just proof right then that get clear about what you want, and it's almost like miracles happen.
That's true. Yes.
Yeah.
For sure.
Mm-hmm. So did you have any other questions or comments or anything you wanted to say?
Yes. I wanted to ask that, you know, once you decide, okay, this is my deliberate attraction, this is what I'm looking for, this is what I want, how often do you revisit that vision board, or how often do you revisit your attraction box or the things you've written down without sort of going into the mode of, oh, I really want this to happen, going into kind of desperate mode? If you put all your stuff in your deliberate attraction box, and do you look at it? Do you talk about it? Do you go through it? What are the steps to actually get that particular thing manifested once you've got your deliberate attraction box sorted?
Okay, so I have learned this over the course of the years that, so right now my vision mandala is in my bedroom. So every night when I go to bed, I see it, right? So when I'm going, that's the last thing I see, and it's the first thing I see when I wake up in the morning. And other than going to my bedroom, that's the only time I'm focusing and giving any energy to that, because that is my vibrational life right there. So I see it before I go to bed, and I see it in the morning. And then I manifested my trip to Italy. I had a picture frame, and I just went on the internet. It's like, I really want to go to Italy. And I took picture off the internet, put it on this picture frame. And it was as I went out my bedroom door, it was right there on the wall. So again, it was the last thing I saw at night, the first thing I saw in the morning. And anytime I walked in and out of my bedroom, I would touch it and I'd say, I'm going there. I'm going there. So I never really spent a lot of time saying, oh, I really want to go to Italy. I really want to go to Italy. I just said, I'm going there, right? And I went. And my very first picture I took, well, every picture I took, I got home, and it took a little bit of time before I realized it's like, oh my gosh, these pictures I took are the pictures I took off the internet. So the very first picture I took was the trivia fountain, and I didn't even know that that was in Rome. We went to Rome, and that was, so to answer your question, I think it's better to spend some time in the morning or sometime through when your mind is good and clear, and just imagine having that thing, or I'm going there, and then let it go, and then go on with your day.
Okay.
Right? Just go on with your day, because sometimes if we spend too much, then we are coming from just, so if we're looking for a significant other, or if we need money, whatever, then we're coming from that place of lack and the place of, I don't have this. And of course, that's going to get matched. So we can have as much as we want in front of us, but if we're thinking, I don't have that, that's what's going to be matched. So, you know, but it's important. Like even when I coach my clients and so forth, we get through clear, and I'm like, read it in the morning, you know, read it in the morning, or read it sometime, but then just like put it away, you know, or sometimes like, yeah. So you have to be in that feeling of that this is it. This is in the process of manifesting right now. Right? And just know.
Yep.
So many things have come to me, so many. And there's even been times where I've just kind of, you know what, I'd like to do that. And I would put it in my attraction box. And then I'd be going through it like the next year. It's like, oh my gosh, I did that. So I didn't spend any time really focusing it. I said it once. That's why it's so important to be very conscientious of the way we speak, the words we use, the thoughts we think, because you could say something one time and not go back, and that could come true, good or bad.
Yeah.
Right? So it's very important to be careful on what you say. So I hope that answer helped.
Yes.
Just from my perspective.
Yes. Definitely. That's good. Yeah, because there are having those times when you know, when you do things and you're thinking about them, but you're not really thinking about them, and then they actually happen, and you actually sometimes, you know, you've got to look back and go, oh my word, that was actually me. I mean, there's 2 things that I've done in my, well, not 2, there's obviously more, but those are the things that I can think about where you thought about this particular, even manifested an argument with friends where I played it over in my head again, and it actually happened. It was, when finished, I just thought to myself, it's just amazing, and it was terrible, but then you learn from it. And then I had an experience of in an exercise room when I was on a Swiss ball, and I joked with the trainer that, oh, I'll probably show this to my husband tonight, this new trick, and I'll probably fall over and hurt myself. And it's exactly what I did that night. So yeah, to be careful of your words and your thoughts and manifesting things that you don't want.
Well, exactly, because it's a vibration, and that, you know, the law of attraction has a job description to match vibration. So when we say, oh, half the time I don't even want to say things, but for a training purpose, like, oh, I don't want to have that argument, and all of a sudden it's orchestrating and manifesting for you this argument, and you'll be like, I didn't want to have that argument. So, you know, you want to have peace in your life, so you got to be very careful on what you say. Anyway, it's all about vibration. And when we can come from a feeling place, because our thoughts are like frequencies, but when our heart is magnetic, our heart space goes out that much farther, and it's really, so we can feel, when we can put ourselves in that, like if you want to go on that vacation, or if you want to have that house, how are you going to feel when you're in it? What are you going to do? Who are you going to invite? Like, start playing like as if I already have it, right? And then let it go. And then the next morning, just spend a little bit of time if you want, or not at all. But just my point is, if you say, yeah, that dream house is good for somebody else, not for me, then the likelihood is it's going to take a long time until you change your vibration. So anyway, we're getting close to, I know we're a little bit later starting, but we need to wrap up. And we have Troy Davidson. Since I've been wanting my own house for a little while, I appreciate tonight's talk. I realized my vibration had lack about the house, or had frustration about it showing up. That's right, Troy. That is so right. It's all about our vibration. And when we, sometimes it's like, oh, the definition of law of attraction, I attract to my life whatever I give my attention, energy, and focus to. whether positive or negative. So we're giving out that negative energy about, I don't have that house yet. I don't have that house yet. When am I going to get that house? I need a house. I need a house. It's like, you're always going to be in need and want. So it's like, go beyond that. It's like, this is what I'm going to do when I get this house. This is what I'm going to do. And I'm going to do this, and I'm going to invite this person over, and I'm going to have this party, or I'm going to just relax. What are you going to do? And then feel that. Feel that. You know what? Even if it's 5 minutes in the morning where you put yourself sitting in that chair and close your eyes and pretend you're sitting in the chair in your new place, feel it, and then let it go. And then go on with your day. And then the next morning, do the same thing. You can light a candle. Here's a little, it's all about intention. So Troy, maybe this will help you. Or it's helped me in lots of situations. Light a candle. And so as you're lighting the candle, set the intention. Well, I'm manifesting my ideal living space. May not have to be a house. It may not have, but you want to manifest your ideal living arrangement, or however you want to set the intention when you light the candle, and then feel what you're going to feel like when you're there. 5 minutes. It is so. Put your candle out, go on with your day. So I hope that helps.
That's good.
So, Cindy, it has been wonderful having you here. So if you have
thank you for having me.
Oh, I love it. It's just from New Zealand. I love this. You know, I just never thought that when I started my show that I would really reach so many people, but it just manifests, because I felt good with who was coming and who was starting to watch, who was
Penny? I seem to have lost Penny. Are you there? I don't know if it's my side or Penny's side. Let's just do a refresh.
It's so true. Dawn, anything can happen, you said, and it did. So I apologize for that. My computer just shut off. So yeah, so Cindy, thanks for hanging in there. So it just shut right off. So I heard Cindy say something. Troy said, I heard Cindy say something. So Cindy, did you want to repeat what you said?
I think I just said that I could see myself, but I couldn't see you, so I was wondering what was on. I don't know if I said anything, but you've answered all my questions perfectly, and I think, you know, just getting back on track. I can't remember what John said I was about to say. I think I was just trying to see where you were. But yeah, those are all answered, all sorted, and back on track, and do the mind my own vibration.
That is so true. So thank you for hanging in there with me. Yeah, I don't know what happened. Just, hey, there we go. What does that say? Oh, you know what happened? Oh, no. I don't know what happened. Show that button again. Can you show the...
Okay. So, yeah, sure. Can you see that?
I mind my own vibration. Thank you.
Yep. I've got them here on my desk.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's really important for us to be aware of what we're thinking, and we always want to reach for those better feeling thoughts. So if you're thinking about the place that you live in and you're not happy with it and you're wanting something else, instead of thinking of that, go find something else to do. Take your mind and put it in a different place. It may not have to be on your house. Get clear about what you want, or your partner, or this new vehicle. I mean, I manifested a new vehicle. It's like, and I tell you, it can happen at any moment, just like you in your house. So it can happen. Trips.
Yep.
But here's the thing. It's about being...
Oh goodness, it looks like Penny's browser is playing up again. Not sure if we can get her back. Seems Penny has lost her browser again. I don't know if anybody can hear me, but I'll just say that I'm in New Zealand and I'm on the North Island, and I've got my Facebook page is Simply Attractable, and I hold coffee shop meetups, and I hold presentations, and been involved with Law of Attraction since 2013. And this is Penny's show, so I think we need to just wait for her to come back. I'll do a refresh on my side. Are you back, Penny?
It's like that. Well, yeah. So, Jill, I have my attraction box in my office. So every time I come in my office, it's here. And I just say things like, that it's going to, and sometimes it's been, in some of my prior boxes, it's been like a year, and I've gone back in, it's like, oh my gosh, this has come true. So, Cindy, thank you very much, everybody. I'm going to say goodbye. We've been an hour almost, and I want to be able to stop the broadcast before before I get stuck in limbo here. So, thank you, everybody. Thank you, Cindy, and we will talk to you soon.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Bye-bye.
You're welcome. See you next week, episode 74. Bye, everybody.